Hello, everybody. Welcome into our recap show here, kicking us off with New England playing host to the Jets. Two teams, opposite ends of our spectrum here. Patriots still seeking that first win. The Jets obviously looking to continue their reign atop the AFC East right now. But Shaq Griffin, the pick. Patriots take over in the red zone. Turnovers being the Achilles heel for this Jets team, but only 3-0 deficit here, so the offense can still get rolling. They can pick up a 3rd and 7, 3rd and inches. They get that one as well into the red zone. They go and touchdown. Brees Hall, welcome back. 7-3 game. Patriots on the back of missing a golden opportunity, try to march down the field. So far, a great drive to do so. As you start our second quarter, a penalty gets them down inside the 10, and a touchdown by Hubbard gives them a 10-7 lead. So far, back and forth game, penalty declined, the Jets punt, as the Patriots a chance to open it up. They cannot do so. Good punt down to the 7, though. As the Jets stall out yet again, a good punt. So, we're having some good punts here in the middle of this game. 4th and 4, they will punt again. Not a good punt here, so I jinxed it. And the Jets immediately are in the red zone. And down to the 1 on a Mercedes Lewis catch, and then a touchdown. Brees Hall is second of the day, 14-10. Patriots looking to execute in the 2-minute drill, and they're having a nice start to it, and they will settle for the field goal. So, a game that has been much better fought by New England than expected coming in. They get the ball at a half, chance to get the lead back, but a sack by Walker and a sack by Brown going to kill that momentum. So, Jets looking to grab the reins of this game here as they're just methodically marching this thing down the field. Penalty knocks them back, but a 33-yard Cooper Kupp touchdown gives them an 8-point lead. Still just a one-score game, but the Patriots cannot execute. Penalty puts them right into field goal range, so the Jets looking to take that big advantage. Schultz touchdown, 2-touchdown game. That's probably it. This Patriots team is scoring 13 points a game. They are at 13, and there they throw the pick. Brent's the interception. Jets looking to tack on some more points onto the top of this thing. And they do just that. Drake London getting in the action. 35-13. Patriots just looking to bump up that season average in points. And they'll do just that. Laporta touchdown. Get the 2-point conversion. Do not get the onside kick. Jets going to put up maybe some more points. We'll see if they kneel it out. And they do. So a 35-21 win. Well fought game here for about, we'll say, 58% of it. But in the end, just the talent of this Jets team became too much. The Patriots just missed two big opportunities here to put up a lot more points, so they could have avoided the interception, and then the when they got the pick, settling for the field goal right away. I think if those two things flipped the other way, we could be talking about a very different game, but those things didn't happen that way. So in the end, the Jets, with Derek Brown having a huge game, trade that deadline addition for them, paying off in this one, as they did probably need all of his contributions today. Quincy Williams, 2 deflections, and that will do it. So, game 1 of the books. We'll keep it rolling. Alrighty, here we are. Commanders versus Dolphins here. Dolphins off of a nice win against Buffalo, a team that has kind of had their number as of late. They were able to get a big win, and now they hope to just take care of business here as Washington faces off against them. Washington's been a very difficult team to get out this year. At 4-5-1, they do not roll over and die. They play these games all the way to the end. So, by no means an easy test for the Dolphins as they get stopped. Oh, actually, missed kick on a 40-yarder as Washington will take over, and they have a chance to take the lead on this possession as they get into the red zone. 3rd and inches, they do not get it. They make the kick 3 all. So far, the defenses have bent, but not broken, and it even got a missed kick forced on Miami. But defenses are holding even stronger now. 3rd and 11, and it's picked up. Whittington, a 29-yard grab, Texas legend in the All-Texas wide receiver corps. 4th and 10, another kick coming. This one is good, 49 yards from right. So not a very high volume half in terms of points, but Miami does hold a 6-3 lead. Commanders start with the ball, and they get a 3rd and 12. 3rd and 1, and they can't pick that one up. Nolan Smith, the sack. As Miami is going to look to turn the touchdown machine back on. They turned it off and turned it back on again at halftime. Unfortunately, that did not do the trick. A 9-3 game, still one possession, though in this game it might be two. And touchback on the punt. Fourth quarter begins as the Commanders are looking to take a lead. They cannot do so. Miami, very thin margin here for them as they cannot afford any mistakes on defense. So they need their offense to give them something here. And the offense is moving here. Whittington, another big grab, 28-yarder for him, 3rd and 6. And they get a first down all the way down to the 13-yard line. And any points will ice it, but a touchdown will feel good. And they get it. DeAndre Hopkins, a 10-yard touchdown. That'll ice our game. Missed the 2-point conversion, but it is over. Good job by Miami to execute a bit of a sloppy game, but like I said, this Washington team, tough one to get out, but Miami taking care of business. They were in control of the game throughout, really one missed kick away from just having the game in hand going into that last drive. But they execute down the stretch. Tua puts up 257 yards through the air. Not his cleanest day, down to down, but no turnovers. Has the game sealing touchdown. Sean Tucker, a decent day on the ground for him. Whittington, 84 yards through the air. Big production for them. What a day for the young wide receiver. A few sacks sprinkled in there throughout. Nolan Smith Jr., 2 tackle losses, 2 sacks. Mike Green getting 2 sacks, continuing his race for Rookie of the Year. And no forced fumbles. No one blocked one. No one had a safety. No touchdowns. So that'll do it. We'll keep it rolling, but so far, Dolphins, Jets wins. And with that, Bills loss puts those two in the driver's seat for the division. They match up here in a couple weeks, I think, if I remember the schedule correctly. Yeah, probably not. Either way, AFC East intrigue done for the week. We'll move on to the rest of these divisions next. All right, here we are in a big-time AFC South matchup, Tennessee versus Houston. Did want to say one thing about the last game. I meant that they beat the Bills last week, but I looked at the records, and the Bills do actually still have a game in the loss column on them, as well as could be in the win column. So actually speaking, the Bills are that closest team to the Jets still, right, kind of in that same line. So more of a three-horse race than I let on. I don't know why I thought the Bills had lost, or I guess I thought the Dolphins had lost one last game. Now I think about it. So thought it was a little bit closer, but I thought the Bills were going to lose both the tiebreakers. Not the case. So whoops. Anyway, end of the game. Tennessee lost our first matchup here as Houston was unbeaten for 7, or actually 8 games this year. But obviously Houston still looking to sweep them and grab a firm hold of the division. Tennessee looking to get another leg up here in their quest to repeat as division champs. Oh, fumble recovered by Tennessee after a punt. So muffed punt recovered by Tennessee, and that is going to set up a 3rd and goal from the 1, 4th and goal from the 1, and touchdown Pacheco. Good to have him back. 7-0 Titans. After the mistake, now Houston on the back foot. They have to punt. And Tennessee cannot get it moving from actual distance here. 3rd and inches, they pick it up. Good drive from Houston, but it's going to still be a long kick after the young sack, and it is no good. A 54-yarder miss. Short field again for Tennessee, but an interception. Schwessinger, the rookie linebacker, gets him the ball back, and that might be just what they needed to get the offense going as their 1st and goal and a touchdown. Ricky Pearsall, a 7-7 game, 7-all game, as Tennessee is looking to score in the 2-minute drill, but they will not do so. They don't punt with a lot of time left, and they punt down to the 1, but either way, end of the half, 7-all. Houston with the ball first, and they're marching. So some momentum has been gained thanks to the interception, but still only 3 points, a 10-7 game as Tennessee looks to turn the offense back on, and it is rolling now. Diami Brown, big catch, and Jigba, the 18-yard grab for the touchdown. Tennessee roars right back and takes the lead from Houston. As now the Texans look to answer. 3rd and 8, they pick it up. Inside the 40 they go. 2nd inches, and a fumble recovered by Nate Hobbs. A costly mistake, but they do get a penalty on the back end. 4th and 1, and they punt away. So Houston has a chance to get right back into it. Third and 12, and they pick it up inside the 30 again. Garrett Wilson, a big grab. A third and 18 after the sack, and this one they cannot pick up. Field goal good. A 1-point game halfway through our fourth quarter. 5 minutes to play as the drive started, and now a third and 10 after the Josh Sweat sack, and it's picked up. Diami Brown, a big time grab. This might be able to do it if they can get a touchdown here. Third and 1, and they can't do it. Will they take the field goal? They do. That is a bad decision in my opinion. But they do need to get a stop now as Houston just runs right down the field in no time at all. 30 seconds left. Third and goal from the 12, and they get into the end zone. So the conservative play by Tennessee cost them as they don't have time to get the field goal off. Texans win it, a 20-17 game, and yeah, you just go back 4th and inches. It sucks, and maybe you lose anyway, but I think you have to try all out for that touchdown. They got a 4th and 1 on the goal line last time, but not a good day from Bo Nix. Two picks. You can't do it against a team that's as good as Houston has been this year. Fumble from Kyron Williams gave him a chance, but they just didn't execute in the big downs. Diami Brown, 123 through the air, though. Big day. JSN, quieter day here. As Tunsil has 3 sacks. Rough day for him. Barmore, 1.5 sacks for Young, so that's not a huge number. McCreary and Schlesinger the picks. Shire getting 3 pass deflections and a forced fumble. Hobbs also forcing 1. Both recovered. Now, I'm guessing the Shire one was on the special teams play. Blocked punt from Taekwon Lewis. I guess a blocked kick, probably not a blocked punt. We can see real quick. Yep. So the kick was blocked for the long kick. So that'll do it. A 20-17 win for the Texans. What a game! And now with what a 3.5 game lead. 2.5 game lead. Plus the tiebreaker. Granted, tie won't make that come to play. Division to lose for Houston here after this one. So AR, great game too. Didn't mention it, but good stuff. All right. Well, we'll see you in the next one. Hey guys, we are back. AFC matchup here. Chargers versus Jags. 2 teams that were perennial 10+ win teams very recently. Chargers just in a down year with their core kind of aging out. And a similar story for the Jags. Ooh, interception by Pete Warner. But I think the Chargers probably had higher hopes for this specific season, though City with fewer wins. But here they are looking to try to get things back on track. By no means is it over, but it doesn't look great for them as far as making the playoffs. But 7-0 game here to start. The Jags, obviously, bringing in Geno Smith, they had hoped for the better, kind of similar to the Raiders in real life, where things just haven't gone well for sure. But at 4-5, they're kind of in that same range where they can go on a run here and make a push and keep things interesting in this wild card race in the AFC. That is a pretty tightly contested battle, but Jags here looking to even things up, and they will do just that. Stevenson touchdown, 7 all game, as the Chargers looking to get the lead back, but they will not do so, falling just shy. 4th and 3, they punt away. Jags, 2-minute warning hit here, as they are marching methodically, but will they have enough time? They will get a touchdown on 4th and goal even. So a gutsy call, 14-7 lead into half as the Chargers now with the ball, needing to answer there. And they will not do so. So again, right on the edge of field goal range, but a sack, well, penalty and a sack in this case, keeps them from getting any points. Last time I think it was just a penalty that ended up hurting them. But either way, cannot get out of their own way this time. 3rd and 16. They do get the stop, so have to go the length of the field, but this is a good time to do it. This is still, we can win the game regulation run, and they punt away. Down to the 1 was good, but they couldn't get the stop right away. 2:40 to go, gotta have it drive. They get the 4th and inches, under a minute to play, and touchdown Chargers. Jonnu Smith into the end zone. They go for 2, but miss it. So the game does decide to go for 2 a lot, but they are not able to execute. So a 14-13 game, Chargers falling mere 2 yards short as in their quest for that comeback here. But the Jags, a big win, back to 500. So started their run here. Obviously, good day from Brian Robinson. Both the Jags running backs could have seen a little bit better, but they grinded out a lot of those possessions. Shakir 80 yards. Johnny gets that touchdown. Landry gets the only full sack of the day. Pete Warner that pick. Derwin and Hines Allen forced fumbles, but neither got recovered. No blocks, no safeties, and no touchdowns. So that'll do it. Close game here in Jacksonville. Jags come out on top, get to 5-5, and we will move on to the next game. All right, everybody. Giants here playing host to the Packers. Packers on a bit of a run here, but Giants obviously heavy favorites in our NFC. So a test for Green Bay and this new look team they're building. They go for a 4th and 2 and get it. Alec Pierce picks it up and a big chunk to Besh down to the 7 and touchdown. Jordan Love runs in 7-0. A ballsy drive by Green Bay. But matched here by an aggressive start, but a cool finish and a missed Brandon McManus field goal. So looked incredible at the gate for the Giants offense, and then the penalty of the defense giving them a first down. So in a lot of ways, this game has been dominated by the Giants, but it's been the spunk of the Packers that has prevailed so far today as they get a stop in midfield. Giants got to look to put this thing together here. 3rd and 10, and they get a penalty. 3rd and 5, and pick it up, capitalizing on the rookie mistake. But a fumble, Trevin Wallace recovers it. Another costly mistake deep in their enemy territory. A sack by Hendrickson, but a 3rd and 2 as we have 1 minute to go here, and they pick it up inside the 10-yard line now. 2nd and goal, 3rd and goal from the 1, and touchdown. Terrence Ferguson getting into it, and a 14-0 Packers lead here. Like I said, game-wise, like it feels like the Giants have controlled it, but it does not matter because he haven't put up points. Gary the sack. They cannot pick up the 3rd and 8. Short punt. Opportunity again for the Packers, and they will lose yards. Fumble actually by Love, but they have to punt anyway. So good to recover it. Good to get that punt off. Big play, Tucker Kraft, and down to the 7, Tucker Kraft again, and a James Cook rushing touchdown. 1-score game. Big penalty as the Packers look to make it 2 scores again, and they do just that. Alec Pierce 12-yard touchdown. So just when the Giants get something going, they have officially halted their momentum yet again. 3rd and 14, they get that stop. Short field, got to move quick. They do the opposite of that and punt, which is Cardinal sin at this point. It's over now. They get the stop. They have to go very quick now. They do go reasonably quick, but they got to recover an onside now. 4th and inches. Does not even matter. They don't get it. So the Green Bay Packers will walk out of here with a victory. They punt, but it's still a 2-score game with a minute left. The Packers win this one 28-7, and what a run they have been on. A fortunate game in a lot of ways for them in that early going. But the Giants, this is their story. I mean, they continue to shoot themselves in the foot in that red zone area. It's the reason they didn't beat the Eagles last year, and they couldn't beat this Packers team because of that too. Chase Brown, a abysmal game. James Cook, a good day on the ground for sure, but they didn't stick with it enough. Pierce leads away and catches. A nice day for him through the air. Ferguson getting that touchdown with Pierce. Will Campbell allows 4 sacks on the edge. Fashanu allows 2. Trevin Wallace, 13 tackles, recovers that. Forces in, recovers that fumble. Hendrickson a sack and a half. Nolan a sack and a half. Gary a sack and a half. BJ Hill a sack as well. No interceptions on the day. Parrish and Tranquil get deflections. Wallace Hendrickson fumbles forced, but Wallace the only one to recover. Blocked kick by Judon. So that short kick that was missed was actually blocked by Matthew Judon. I think it's his 2nd block of the year. So kind of a specialist in that. But yeah, big win from the Packers, and we'll keep rolling on the recap. All right, and here is the aforementioned Bills playing host to a scrappy Bucks team. In a lot of ways, feel similar to this Bucks team as I do that Commanders team, though they're doing it in a little different way, with rookie quarterback and their defense really holding these games close. But we'll see if they can unseat the Bills here, who are reeling after a tough week last week as Jonathan Cooper, the pick, and scrappy defense, like I'm saying, coming through as the Tyler Show pass to Genti, rookie to rookie, 7-0 Bucks. 3rd and 7, they do not get it, punt away, and the Bucks are marching here. See if they can get some points. A sack brings the 2nd and 12. Sweat, good to have him back, as they will get the stop. They pick up a 3rd and 10, and they go for back-to-back 3rd and 10s. Can't get the next one. Get the stop right away, though, so maybe going to utilize the ground game a little bit and it's helping open things up. Braxton Berrios 26 yards, and inside the red zone they go 3rd and 9, and they pick it up 3rd and 3, and touchdown Bills. Roshan Johnson in the end zone. 7 all game as a 2-minute warning is hit here. 3rd and 2, and a sack by Vita Vea. Punt away, under a minute to go. They just run out the clock. So Bills start with the ball, escape that first half with the evened up game as Dalvin Tomlinson the sack, and they will punt right away. 3rd and 5, and they take another penalty, don't get it, and not even going to punt it to midfield. But the Bills do nothing with it, so this Bucks defense continues to play an excellent game. The offense not helping him, and Dicker mixes a 51-yard kick here. So Buffalo has an opening, and they're using the ground game to try to take advantage of it. A penalty gives them a first down. 4th and 1, will they go for it? They will not. 10-7 game. And the Bucks look to be evening it pretty quick here. Can they get a touchdown? Oh, it looks like they're going to, and they do. Genty 5-yard touchdown. Not going for it on 4th and inches. Looks not great right now, but Barrios a big grab. 2-minute warning hit here, and they're going good. Can they get the touchdown they need? 2nd 15, a 3rd and 4, 1st and goal, 2nd and goal, 3rd and goal, 4th and goal. They did it. 4th and goal. Braxton Berrios. Why is he so busy today? Gets a touchdown with 3 seconds left, and that will be the game winner. A 17-14 game. What a final play, really. This Bucks defense made them earn every last inch of this game, but in the end, they just couldn't get that one last stop they needed. Obviously, that 51-yard kick feels large in this game, at least forced him to do a 2-point conversion, but what a game for Tyler Shook. 217 and a touchdown. Josh, a bad game for him. This Bucks defense continues to rattle the cages of these quarterbacks. Barrios 6 grabs, 87 yards. Every time I looked up, he was making a catch. So good for him. Trey Smith allows 2 sacks. Ron Johnson, 13 tackles. Not great when your corner leads the way. Vea, sack and a half, leads the way in that regard. Cooper, the pick in, coverage for an edge rusher. You love that. A lot of deflections in the game. No forced fumbles. The block kick was by Sweat, so he had a sack and that block kick. So that'll do it. Bills get a big win. They've got a test against the Texans coming up next week. So good to get a win to go into that game, but now they got to gear up for that one. So we'll catch you guys in our next recap game. All right, into our next game here. The Vikings playing host to the Bears. Bears looking to keep pace with the Packers, as the Packers did move to 5-5 in our last game we watched, unseating the Eagles and Giants in back-to-back weeks. Bears losing by a single point to that same Giants team just last week, going the wrong way on that drive. Vikings, for their part, it's white flag's been waved, has been looking great. But you'd love to figure some stuff out going into the next year. Play aggressive, try to win these games. Play spoiler, 4th and goal, go for it. They do, and they get it. Addison touchdown, 7-0 game, as the Bears stall out quickly. And 3rd and 8 coming up for the Vikings, and they pick it up. Addison, 26 yards. They do not pick up the 4th and 4, but a kick by Aubrey is good. 54-yarder, 10-0 game here, as the Bears will punt immediately. 2-minute warning was hit, but no points, as the 60-yarder is no good from Aubrey. 30 seconds left, and the Bears continue to go the wrong way. So what a game for this Vikings defense, as the offense has been at least better than they were, which is not a high bar to clear. One of our worst scoring offenses in the entire league. But unfortunately, the defense can't hold forever. 1st and goal, Bears, touchdown, Dameon Pierce, a 10-7 game. Can the Vikings avoid another collapse? It's not looking good for them here today. 3rd and 6, and they get that stop. Can the offense wake up? It's moving well so far. Inside the 30, and a big play. Jefferson down to the 1. 3rd and goal from the 12. Going the wrong way. Deion Walker the sack. 4th and goal, and they make a field goal. So a 6-point lead. 3rd and 18 coming up. Hold up. A fumble was recovered by Minnesota. Okay, that's big. That ices the game. because the Vikings then get a kick off the back end of that. Bears not even going to get anything going on their own drive, so that will be the game. The Vikings will get their second win of the season here against the Bears, a 16-7 win. Wasn't always pretty, but it worked out. All right, so we'll check the stats here real quick, and we'll get moving. Purdy, nice day. Neither team could really run the ball that well. Parkinson, the shocking catch leader there. Ice with 11 tackles. That's a busy day for an edge rusher. Odikazua, 2 sacks with 2.5 sacks for Will Anderson Jr. Joseph Day with 2. Alex Highsmith with 2.5. I mean, what a busy day all around for these defensive lines. They're getting after Brian Cook. Deflection. Harrison Smith forces and recovers the fumble. No blocks, no safeties, no touchdowns. So that will do it. Um, a rough one for the Bears here. They're really left scratching their head as the division has now ran away from them. Packers come to town here against the Vikings, I think. I don't know, maybe the Vikings go to them. But either way, that's another matchup where now the Bears have to root for the Vikings to unseat the red hot Packers. So um, maybe the reign of the Bears has been ended here in this game because this is a tough one to swallow. But we'll see if they can bounce back. They've had cold stretches before and bounce back, so we'll hope that this is another one of those as they try to figure things out on the offensive end around Stafford. So NFC North picture starting to come together. We'll keep it rolling. Game before I can get go play ball with her. So last game up here, Cardinals, Niners. I hit the Cardinals offense with a inefficiency nuke, but I hit the team of the Niners with an injury nuke. If you listen to both of them, what they would say to me. So it's a battle of coughing babies or hydrogen bombs, depending on how you look at it. But the Niners have gotten a little something going here as of recent weeks, and the Cardinals offense has fallen off a cliff as the Niners 27-yard touchdown to DJ Moore. Cardinals, as they're 3 and out, are looking to answer here. They will not do so. They get a penalty to a 4th and 3 though, so that's not nothing. 2nd and 10. They just keep. I mean, the last drive started basically at their own end zone too. They methodically march down the field, but miss a 49-yard kick. Cardinals with an opening here. Can they take advantage? 1st and 10 inside the red zone, but just keep going backwards. 7-3 game. Not looking. It looks bad for the Cardinals. Like this offense is not cooking lately. It's doing a lot of things that are not good, and that's a touchdown. I missed it because of the fucking half break. But a long touchdown by the Niners and a quick punt as well. So, oh yeah, it's a half. Duh. Anyway, yeah. So yeah, score a touchdown in the last play of the half. And the Cardinals they're not doing anything on offense. They're just running backwards. It's over. I mean, their offense sucks ass right now. What is going on? This was like one of the best offenses, and they just took a sack on 4th and 1. Yeah, another week where their offense is completely non-existent. And they cannot get going. Maybe it really was Tyler Lockett as the entire offense here, because this does not look any good. This is crazy. It really is. This is a new playbook, and it still doesn't look better. They just have lost the mojo. It seems like. So I don't know. I don't know what the fix is going forward, but this was a dominating win by the Niners, cementing themselves in that division. They now have a half-game lead going into their bye. But yeah, I mean, just a shocking game. 44% completion percentage. Trevor Lawrence had been putting up barrel borderline MVP numbers to this point. Now Rodgers puts up an MVP type performance on his head, while he does nothing to stop it. DJ Moore, Jerry Judy, the touch. Have to mention it's a long Judy touchdown. Guyton struggling today against Nick Bosa. No interceptions thrown, few deflections, no forced fumbles, no walk kicks, no safeties, no touchdowns. Scoring summary, just want to look at that to see who got the long touchdown. It was Zacchaeus who got the long touchdown, actually. So that was our end of half score with no time left. But that will do it for us here. Niners, dominant win, 27-3. Catch you guys in the next game. Back from the playing of the ball with Stormy. We have been sufficiently worn out for the night, as Seattle looking to get to 4-6 as a big Bijan Robinson run, 58 yards, kicks our starting off, and the Rams, after a disaster start to the year, well, both these teams had a disaster start to the year, are looking to get a train rolling and another comeback on the year, but Bobby Wagner trying to crash that party as Seattle gets a quick turnover, and they have taken a very quick 14 to nothing lead. So not the start you're hoping for. The sophomore slump for Caleb Williams continues, as now Seattle has some momentum. Get a 3rd and 10 conversion to Neighbors in the start of our second quarter as another grab this one Metcalf, a 3rd and 4 and a touchdown to Malik Neighbors, a 21 to nothing lead. Rams gonna have to scratch and claw on this one, but they're gonna go 4 and out here. So not quite starting that scratch and claw, and a Neighbors 26 yards. 2nd and 10 and a touchdown to Neighbors, again his second of the day, 28 nothing, and the route is on. Can the Rams find some points before the half here? 2-minute warning was just hit. 4th and 1, and they do get some points. 28-3 lead for the Seahawks. They'll take it into half happily with a great first half of football. Rams 3 and out on their first drive. 1 first down for the Seahawks, but they do end up punting. 3 and out by the Rams. 3 and out by the Seahawks. Neither team really punting the ball that far either, at least in net. 3rd and 5, they go just shy. I wonder if they will go for it. They do not, sensing their lead is safe. They're not trying to give them any advantages here, as the Rams are going to march down and put up their first touchdown of the day. Egbuka, a 6-yard touchdown, a 18-point game, as the Seahawks look to put them away. 3rd and 11. They don't quite pick it up, but they get some points. Back to a 21-point game here. And this, just not enough time. Rams are going to fall here to 2-8. The Seahawks back to 4-6, and in a NFC playoff race that is not out of reach for a 4-6 team. Now they're starting to look like a dangerous squad. Obviously, the offense going off today is a huge sign for them. They stuck it out with Penix, and he delivered today with a 119.3 passer rating day. Caleb delivers in the garbage time, but I mean, he was really bad to start this game off where it really mattered. Obviously, does not help you get 0.3 yards per carry from your running back. But Bijan obviously carried by that first one, but even 9 for 46 is still a really good day, or 36. That's not great, but it's still a solid day. Neighbors 142 and 2 touchdowns. Monster day. Boyd 67 yards. Jared Verse 3 tackles for losses, as well as Buckner. Buckner gets a full sack. A lot of sacks across the board here. Bobby Wagner, obviously that early pick, pace, deflection, no forced fumbles, no blocks, so safeties and no touchdowns. That'll do it. Big win for Seattle. Creeping into that playoff race, and we'll see if they can really get themselves in the running in the next couple of weeks, get back to 500. So that'll do it for us here. We'll keep rolling. And Mile High, a matchup from the 4-4-2 Broncos, looking to remain at 500 with another tie this week as they face the barely above 500 at 5-4 Kansas City Chiefs. Now there is some debate in the 500 truther circles that Denver should win this game and take more teams into 500 where they can then lose next week. It's been tossed around. I just wanted to put that out there so you are all aware. As Edgerrin Cooper, the interception on the first drive, Kansas City, the short field, 1st and goal, and touchdown to Tyreek Hill, a 7-0 lead for them to start. And Denver will go 3-out. A great punt, though. Doesn't really matter as Kansas City does make up the entire difference here. And into the red zone they go. 3rd and 1 and touchdown Chiefs. Mahomes on the ground, so a 14-0 lead. Denver's got to find something on offense, and they cannot do it. An excellent punt once more down to the 1. And they will not get out of it. So the punt does put the field, but then another Edgerrin Cooper pick, his second of the day, takes it all the way back inside the red zone as well Third and 16 after a sack by Phillips, and they will settle for the field goal with a three-score lead. Edgerrin Cooper dominating this game so far, as back-to-back Chiefs penalties going to give the Broncos a chance at their first points of the day, but then a penalty on Ursery going to knock it back. They make the kick anyway. Two-score game. Chiefs looking to keep it on here as they put up a touchdown. Cam Scadaboo 24-3 as the Chiefs have the game firmly in hand. Broncos offense can do nothing correctly, and they will surrender this game to the Chiefs, although they don't get points up before half. So squandering that 2-for-1 opportunity as they're going backwards too. Shelby Harris the sack, and they will punt. So 24-3 game still. Denver still not doing anything. They gave a very short field to Kansas City, who will take advantage of the short field and get down to the one, and touchdown Tyrone Tracy. 31-3, game is over. Broncos just looking to make it a little bit closer on the scoreboard at the end as they pick up a first down thanks to a penalty it looked like. So points finally helped the penalty for sure. Down by 3 scores. Like I said, just probably not going to have enough time, even if they can get the stops, which does not seem to be very easy to do against this Chiefs offense today. Gonna need some onside kick help and a longer touchdown than what they're putting together here. They do get a touchdown in the end, but it takes all the way down to a minute to go in order to get it. Recovered by Kansas City, and that will be the game. So KC wins in dominant fashion here on the road. They improve to 6-4. Broncos drop them to 4-5-2. After how last week's game ended, where they had the game in hand and let the Raiders storm back and tie it, and then got lucky to even tie it in overtime. This is a discouraging result. Just not been good for Darnold as of late. Scottaboo does have the fumble, but he does also lead with 6 catches. So busy day for him overall. Everybody giving up sacks. Barton with 11 tackles, Cooper with 8 and like the 2 picks. Tyree Wilson 2 tackle for losses, 2 sacks. A lot of sacks on the day, of course. 2 picks for the Cooper. Player of the game hit for him. Van Ginkel forced that fumble, but it was not recovered. No blocks, no safeties, and no defensive touchdowns. So that'll do it for us here. Big win, KC. We're going to keep rolling. An AFC North matchup here. The Ravens at 6-3 can take sole possession of second place in the division, 2 games back of the Steelers with a win. Browns hunting for that second win of the season here. So we'll see if they can get on track. They had a good week last week with Cam Ward, but they couldn't quite pull out the win. So they're going to hope to put things together this week with Rashee Rice really getting things going for them. Unfortunately, it doesn't look great to start today. Defense, however, is looking very strong. If their offense and special teams unit could give them any help at all, that would be fantastic for them. But I didn't wait long enough. HN 3-yard touchdown, 7-0 Ravens here. A 3rd and 4 to start our second quarter, and they pick it up. Zamir White and the penalty by Azaraku. It looked like a turnover, but it was just a penalty. So maybe stall for a second there. 7-3 game. Baltimore gonna look to open up a 2-score lead. They cannot do so. Browns can take the lead here if they can open up the top end of this offense. 3rd and 12 and they're going the wrong way. Levante David sack, touchback on the punt. 2 minute, or well, kind of more 4 minute drill. Now we'll get a 2 minute drill as the Browns take over in good field position too, as they're looking to find something going here. Marching slowly, have time though, and they get the kickoff. So a 7-6 game at half. Baltimore does start with the ball. 3rd and 5, and they do not pick it up. So a AFC North matchup all the way. Both teams struggling on offense. These defenses really flexing their muscles to this point. Can Baltimore break through? The answer is no. Cleveland's gonna have to go a long ways, and they start with a penalty, and they're flirting with it. They get out of the shadow of the end zone in a good punt, all things considered, and a sack by Aurora sets up another punt and another good one down inside the 5, and they go 3 and out, all incomplete passes. Browns offense once again leaves a lot to be desired. Another punt inside the 5, but this time they are able to get a first down. A lot of Zamir White and only Zamir White today I've seen. I have not seen any receivers doing much of anything. Baltimore looking to put the icing on this game, but they would settle for the field goal. 4-down territory for Cleveland coming up. See if they can get anyone other than Zamir White involved. There's Rashee Rice. 4th and 3 for all the marbles. They pick it up. The game stays alive. 1st and 10 inside the 25. Run out of time. 1st and goal. Last play. And they can't get it off. A 10-6 victory for the Ravens. I thought we were going to have another last-second magic here, but the offense for the Browns remains inept. But the Ravens offense is right there with them today. Both quarterbacks putting up a performance to forget today, and then neither of them turned the ball over. So that's the bright side. But yeah, these rushing attacks really couldn't get going. Lamar being really the only silver lining of that. Zamir White, I mentioned him having all the big plays, but you get some weapons like this in Cleveland, and you just can't do anything with it. It's just frustrating, I'd imagine. Obviously, the sacks played a big part in this, the negative plays in general for sure. As Nnamdi Madubuike, Devontae David, Jordan Phillips, all multiple sacks. And forced fumbles by Makuba and Madubuike, but neither were recovered, so we had no turnovers in our day. But yeah, that will do it. An ugly, ugly AFC North game, but at the end of the day, it's a win for Baltimore and a loss for Cleveland. We'll catch you guys in the next game. 2 games to go here. Lions heading to Philly to take on the Eagles. Eagles reeling off a loss from last week to an NFC North foe. Trying to take it out here on a fellow NFC North team. But can Detroit get some wheels turning here and make maybe this NFC North race a 3-horse race instead of just a 1 or a 2? Whatever. Anyway, Bub Means, big grab, and a touchdown to Isaiah Likely. 7-0 Lions. Philly on the march here, and a Saquon Barkley 44-yard touchdown run. Didn't even know it was him, but I knew it was him. Penalty knocks them back, and they will punt. A great punt, though. And the Eagles stall out. So trading punts here as the Lions look to get the offenses back on track. 3rd and 1 picked up. 3rd and 5. And they will lose yards. Zaire Franklin on the sack. And the field goal attempt is no good. So good field position. But Hutchinson gets a sack. 3rd and 12. It is not picked up. And they get a blocked punt. Roberto Sanchez, the punter, is also injured, so that may play into the rest of this game as well. And a touchdown to Bub Means, 27 yards. The blocked punt into the touchdown. A big swing in this game as, holy crap, what happened? How'd the ball get down there? There must have been a penalty that wasn't set or something. But either way, they get a touchdown. So what is going on in this game? Who knows? 14-all. As the Eagles equalize off the block punt touchdown. Maybe they scored too quick. But we get a long kick here to the Braswell sack. It's good 17-14. 3rd and 13, and they'll go backwards. Punt down inside the 10. And 1st down, which is huge. Again, your backup punter. You want to get some room as Sanchez is good. Okay, so he's back. As the inside the 40 here, 3rd and inches, as they will pick it up inside the 20. 3rd and 4. They get it. 1st and goal. And they're going the wrong way. Jeffrey Simmons sack, and they will settle for the tie. 17-all. As Philly is marching again, looking to take the lead back. Inside the 30 thanks to a penalty, and touchdown Goddard. So Lions got to put up, and they take a disastrous kick return. They got to go the whole length of the field here. 4th and 3, and they punt, which is a horrible decision. It's over. They lost the game. Yep. No way around it. That's what are you doing? Whatever. Anyway, Eagles win. Kind of controlled the game throughout. Had the block punt that could have swung the momentum, but the Lions gave right back by giving them the ball back so quick. So kind of suffering from success there. As Coleman, nice day on through the air, got it 2 touchdowns. Brad Jones continues to struggle for them. Mozzie Smith 2 tackle for losses. And the blocked kick by Chris Paul, which I've said that means touchdown, but that was the last touchdown of the day. So a 24-17 victory for the Eagles, and we've got one more game left this week, so we'll see you there. All right, here we go. Last game up for the week here. Dallas heading to Vegas to take on the Raiders. Raiders needing a win to stay above Kansas City, although I do wonder how the two ties will really play into some of that, as each counting as half a win. But we'll see how that plays out as we get into deeper, as they even out in games played. But an interception in the red zone by Shaq Thompson going to lead to no points for the Raiders. Cowboys won't. Oh, did I get the fourth and one? Never mind. Oh, hold up. All right. Well, they won't get any points off of it. As the Raiders take over at the 20, won't convert the third and 11. So a missed opportunity earlier from the Raiders. And this is a Raiders team that has not played very good. They are ahead in the division. They've been scrappy, but they have not put together good games. And this does not look like a turn to good games either. So you really got to see more out of this Raiders team that has the talent to do it, but they just are not. 0-0 game at half here. Obviously, you had the red zone trip that ended in the turnover, but just in general, not looking great. But Marquise Brown kicks off our second half with a touchdown. They get the extra point blocked. A 6-point game here as Dallas looks to get the lead. They will go 4 and out. Good run defense from the Raiders gives them a short field. And touchdown here goes a long way. First and goal. And they get just that, start our fourth quarter. McCaffrey, a touchdown run. They get the 2-point conversion. So a 14-0 game. Defense continues to do their thing. They do try to give them a first down with an offsides, but it's just inches short. And they will put the game away here with a field goal. So they took care of it in the second half. They came out, executed, took a 3-score lead, and they'll walk out of here with the victory because of it. But like I said, it's just you can't be playing slow against these teams. They will actually pitch a shutout too. So an excellent game in the end for the defense, no question. But the offense still leaves some to be desired. One of those touchdowns being set up because of the short field, fourth and inches stop. So work to be done still, but a very encouraging day for their defense. No doubt about that. As Russell Wilson only able to have 47 yards passing in 17 attempts. Daniels, they said, you throw the pick, not horrible day, but I mean, you definitely need better out of him. As McCaffrey, you need better out of him too. 4.4 carries solid, most are the same day, but you need more out of McCaffrey, especially through the air, where he's not been a factor so far this year. Sutton, new addition, nice, stay for him. Was that an injury to their line? 'Cause I don't know who that is. Chris Jones, 3.5 sacks. Will McDonald, the second and a half. Big time performance there. Thompson, that pick. No forced fumbles, but who got the block? Strigow, and no touchdowns. So that'll do it. That's it for our recap. We got one full game left, and I'll see you guys there.